Hi guys, it's lilymutamztv, also known as Z, girl from Zambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that each time I upload videos, you'll be notified that Z posts a video, that Z has uploaded a video. Thank you so much for more than 67,000 subscribers. I am so grateful that you keep on coming to my YouTube channel. Na totela sana. In this video, I'll be sharing with you about Bill 10. Obviously, you've seen some videos on my YouTube channel where Elias Moshe has talked about how Bill 10 will not favor the people of Zambia. Now, we have the opposition leaders like Dr. Nevas Mumba and Hakainde Hichilema who are opposing against Bill 10. So in this video, both of them speak. They are both from different political parties. But their interest, obviously, is in the interest of the people of Zambia. Will democracy continue if Bill 10 is approved? And also we have given Lubinda and Madam Nkandu fighting for Bill 10 to be approved. And they make some statements against the Catholic Church. Now, the Catholic Church has been standing for the rights of the people of Zambia. So I, therefore, will approve what the Catholic Church is saying. Based on their statements, they are saying that Zambians should not approve Bill 10. So listen to what these people have to say, and we will make comments in the comments section below.
Never in the history of Zambia has a committee of parliament given so much time to a select committee as it did on Bill 10. And I'm saying this as a person who has been in the Zambian parliament for close to 20 years. I've been there for close to 20 years, and never, ever has any bill been subjected to 26 meetings of a committee of parliament, spread over 7 weeks. Never. Not a single person, living or dead, can claim that when I went to the committee of parliament I was stopped. No one can say when I went to the NDF the door was banged in my face, they stopped me. Never. Everyone was at liberty. The consultation, my dear members of the press, even extended to us listening to people who are speaking in fora that are not meant for discussing matters like this. We listened to those who wrote letters to you in your newspapers. We listened to people who made contributions through radio programs. We even listened to people making contributions in taverns. And I'm being sincere, we listened in the spirit of not leaving anyone behind. At this call, let me join my chair in thanking my bishops, the Catholic bishops. I want to commend them most sincerely, because for them, they did not just go to the press to comment. No. The bishops actually wrote to His Excellency the President and said, we want to meet you.
The Select Committee of Parliament made recommendations which government has accepted and presented a Gazette version of the Constitution as a clear demonstration of accepting the will and the aspiration of the people of Zambia on the Constitution. The Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops appreciates and acknowledges the statement that there is need for Zambians to address lacunas in the Constitution of Zambia, Amendment Bill number 10 of 2016, that the bill does not reflect the constitutional desires of the majority Zambians, and that it is why a lot of reference is made to the Parliament Constitutional Report in the bill. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gazette version of the Constitution of Zambia, Amendment Bill number 10 of 2019, issued on 12th June 2020, takes into account the recommendations of the Select Parliamentary Committee. Now I want to take you back to the statement of the Catholic bishops, and I want to read one of the most pertinent statements which we want to correct this afternoon. This is number 8, which says, having taken a comparative analysis of Bill 10, the parliamentary report on the same bill, and the current amendment Constitution of 2016, we note that while Bill 10 may contain some progressive clauses, it also contains some retrogressive and highly contentious clauses, such as the provision for deputy ministers. Proposed changes in the electoral system regarding mayors, council chairpersons, members of parliament, and president, and the proposed revision of the composition of cabinet. And this, I think, is something that is very important and we need to correct it. And this is what has caused problems in Zambia, because if statements are made which do not reflect what is contained in the amendment bill number 10, then depending on who listens to who, it creates a problem. Furthermore, the Catholic bishops stated that there is manipulation of the masses over Bill 10, exhibited by some who have taken it upon themselves to popularize it. This statement is not true because no one has taken it upon themselves to popularize Bill 10. The bill was drafted against a background of submissions of more than 400 proposals by church mother bodies, political parties, religious bodies, civil society organizations, the Law Association of Zambia, and various government agencies. This was followed by the enactment of the National Dialogue Act number 1 of 2019 and the convening of the National Dialogue Forum from 24th April 2019 to 15th May 2019. The esteemed bishops have further stated that the bill contains retrogressive and highly contentious clauses, which I just read. Now, what is in Bill 10 is as follows, and this is in the Gazette, and it's up to you, members of the press, to go and read the Gazette notice, and then you'll be able to make a comparative analysis between what I'm saying and what was stated in this statement. 1. This bill retains the qualifications for election of parliament while allowing for a delimitation by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. So there has been no change in the manner that people will be elected as members of parliament or even the president.
Fellow citizens, by now you are all familiar with the debate that has been doing rounds in our country. The attempt by the Patriotic Front to amend our constitution, your constitution, my constitution, a document that is sacred to all of us, a document that governs to some extent, to a large extent, I must say, the way we live our lives. But the PF have been driving this agenda for a long time now to make changes to our constitution through Bill 10, not to benefit all of us, our children, our elderly people, not at all, but to benefit a small number of people in PF, only in PF. It cannot be allowed to continue in this manner. We cannot allow this process to continue in this manner. Bill 10 is evil. Bill 10 intends to return Zambia to a one-party state, yet again, which we overwhelmingly rejected in 1991, at a huge effort to many of us, living and dead. And now you have a party with a selfish agenda to use this constitutional amendment to perpetuate, to keep themselves in public office. And you can imagine what they will continue doing, which is already damaging our country. Corruption, for example, damaging our country. The debt mountain they've acquired, as another example, damaging our country. Should we allow this to happen? The answer is clearly no. We need to thank the Catholic Church through their bishops for rejecting Bill 10, for providing leadership in rejecting Bill 10. Many other organizations have rejected Bill 10. We in the UPND have rejected Bill 10 over and over. In fact, this will be the third time we've done that. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing this for the people of Zambia. We're doing it for all of you. It is our duty. It is our responsibility. The question is, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you're a member of parliament and you decide to support Bill 10, you are contributing to the damage being occasioned by PF to this country already. And citizens must imagine for once, look at the problems you're going through already. The difficulties you have in your homes to keep your children in school. The difficulties you're having as youth to get a job, to get business. Now through Bill 10, just imagine, PF keeps itself in office beyond 2021 for another 5 years, for another 10 years. Where will you be? What will be the state of your life? It's unimaginable. Let us not allow PF to drive Bill 10 through Parliament in the next couple of days. Let us all reject, let us all voice our position to reject Bill 10. And for members of Parliament, UPND members of Parliament, independent members of Parliament, including the right-thinking members of Parliament in PF, be on the right side of history. Reject Bill 10. Be recorded in the annals of history that you acted for the people when the call was made. You protected the lives of people, including the unborn ones. Then you can walk with your head high as a member of Parliament. The eyes of the people are looking at you now to do the correct thing. And I want to believe that you will vote against Bill 10. You will not support Bill 10. Voting constitutes many ways in which you can express yourself in terms of your desire not to support this draconian constitutional amendment. God bless Zambia. God bless our people. Thank you.
Our position on Amendment Bill number 10. In the next few minutes, I wish to address the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and the Patriotic Front government as a whole. The genesis of Amendment Bill number 10 was couched in a controversy. It was initially meant to be a dialogue forum between the Patriotic Front and the opposition political parties, mediated by the church. Along the way, the PF became uncomfortable and took it away from the church. The National Dialogue Forum, which became known as the NDF, eventually became a constitutional making body instead of a dialogue forum, as its name suggests. Many Zambians in opposition to this bill have no faith that the Patriotic Front will withdraw this bill. They are surprised at the aggressiveness and determination to pass the bill at any cost. Most Zambians have resigned to the possibility of the PF government's ability to listen to them on this matter. They have known that when it really matters, the PF does not usually stand on the side of the people. Zambians don't want this bill, but they seem to have given up because they believe that the Patriotic Front shall do what they want to do. In my language, Bemba, we say, Umwinemusunga talamba munwe, meaning they are government, they have the power, and they will do what they want to do. The bill has become impotent. If it goes through Parliament, it is still a loss to both government and the people of Zambia, as it would only do so at the expense of peace and national unity. The NDF was constituted to deal with the conflicts of divisions which arose from the 2016 election. Instead of achieving that goal, it has become the most lethal weapon to any possible peace or unity post-2021 election. The only reason government would fatally push this bill is to highlight the powers they have and the fact that they can do whatever they want. My appeal is not based on whether it's a bad or good bill, but on the fact that it is a dangerously divisive bill. It's not worth it, Mr. President. As we approach 2021, let us seek to build consensus and not animosity. We must get to August 2021 as a relatively united nation. To achieve this, we must avoid dangerous experiments that could injure our opportunity to live as a united people beyond next year's election. We have an economy to rebuild after COVID-19, and we need a united nation to achieve that. Mr. President, and our colleagues in the Patriotic Front, if God wants your party to win the coming election, He'll give it to you with or without Bill number 10. But if God has decided to give the leadership of Zambia to other Zambians, not even Bill 10 can save the Patriotic Front. The question therefore remains, in whose interest is this bill being forced through Parliament? We appeal to you in the interest of peace and national unity to withdraw this bill. The New Hope MMD agrees with the Catholic leadership that the bill be withdrawn for the sake of peace and unity. It is important to note that a bad leadership can abuse a good constitution, and a good leadership, on the other hand, can justly run a government even with a bad constitution. It all depends on the morality and the integrity of the leadership. Adding more lines to the Constitution itself does not guarantee better governance. America's Constitution, for instance, is only 4 pages with 4,500 words. And yet, the democracy of that country is better than ours. At least, we have never heard of an opposition leader being tear-gassed for holding a party meeting in the United States. And yet, their constitution is only 4 pages. The United Kingdom is even worse. They don't even have a constitution, a written constitution. And yet, you have never heard of an opposition leader being sent to jail for opposing the Prime Minister or for visiting the BBC. It is not the size of the constitution which translates into good governance, but the heart of the leader and independent governance institutions. In the Bible, in the book of John, it clearly states that if every word that was spoken by Jesus were to be written down, there are no books in this world that would contain those words. The same with the Constitution. One wishes every aspect of life could be included in that document for better governance, but that's not the truth. The truth is, what Zambia or any other country needs is a leadership of morality and integrity. that even if the Constitution doesn't say it, you still can do good to your fellow man. I urge the President and our colleagues in the Patriotic Front to put this controversy to rest by withdrawing the bill in the interest of peace and national unity. I thank you, and may God bless our great nation, Zambia.
Okay, so you have heard what Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has to say about Bill 10, and you have also heard what Dr. Nevas Mumba has to say. We are saying no to Bill 10. So if you are a Zambian youth or a voter or an adult, whatever you can call yourself, please try by all means to come against Bill 10 because it works against your right. Democracy will not be what it is now. Remember, our current government is working with the Chinese, and these people don't believe in democracy, and they are being funded, obviously, by the Chinese. So, this is what I have to say. We will not tolerate what they are saying at the moment because Bill 10 will not favor you and me. So don't forget that you have the right to say no to Bill 10. So we are saying no, and the Catholics are definitely right because they stand for us. Please spread the word that every Zambian youth must have a voter's card. And don't forget to like our page, Speak Up Zambian Youths. Thank you.